welcome to Review Roulette. I am Paul.
And I am Dale.
And we will be reviewing Judgment Day 2005. I forgot my notes.
Woo.
Sweet, I'll fix that later.
Alright then. We'll might as well start off with the first match.
We would.
Yep, we had Eminem versus Charlie Haas and Hardcore Holly for the Tag Team Championship. This match, I mean, it was a pretty solid match to kick off the show. Charlie Haas is like incredibly athletic.
Yeah, I forgot how good he was.
Just want to mention that he should have definitely been higher up in the card than he was. Should have been used a lot more, I reckon.
Yeah, I think once him and Benjamin split up, they weren't really.
Yeah, there was really nothing for him.
I mean, Benjamin was used a little bit better individually, but Charlie Haas really got nothing.
Yeah, Benjamin had that stupid mama's boy fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
That was.
He was probably still the more talented of the two, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Charlie Haas was awesome. But, yeah, there was nothing really all that special about this match. I mean, this was, you know, Joey Mercury was very good, but Johnny Nitro was a bit...
Yeah, he wasn't quite
there.
Yeah, he wasn't quite at the level that he ended up getting to a couple years later when he had his solo run.
Yeah, because he was fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
we had the champions retain, which was Eminem.
Yep, so that was with the snapshot.
Which I completely forgot about that move, and I didn't realise how fucking awesome it is.
Yeah, it's essentially like a 3D, but instead of a cutter, it's a DDT.
Yeah, which I love it.
Yeah, they were very, very good. It was the original tag team move.
And
when
Melina,
it's hard to be original.
Melina's entrance.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Dat Melina, man.
That's all we need to say about that one.
Yeah, so I gave that a 2.5, a Scotty 2 Hottie and a half out of 5.
Alright, I gave that a 3 out of 5. I completely forgot what our 3 was.
3 MB.
3 MB, that's right. My apologies.
There was another one too, but I can't remember it. Anyway, so then we moved on to the Big Slow, back when he was...
Not as slow, but still slow.
I'd say he was still pretty slow at that point.
Oh, yeah.
He was almost 500 pounds.
Oh, yeah, because this was during his stage where he was starting to put on a bit of weight.
Yeah, he was 7 foot 490, according to what they billed him as.
Only 7'2", but whatever.
Yeah, alright, maybe they said over 7 foot. Either way. It was him versus Carlito with Matt Morgan, a very young Matt Morgan.
Yeah, very young, not blonde Matt Morgan.
Not as jacked as he was.
Definitely not, far from it.
Still.
Yeah, this match, I mean, it was pretty boring, as you would expect from the Big Show Carlito match. They don't seem to have very much chemistry together.
No, but I will give Carlito credit where credit is due. He took some of the most, like, brutal sounding chest slaps.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, no doubt about it.
He took about 4 or 5 in a row.
I don't know how his chest didn't get ripped open.
I don't know how anyone's chest doesn't get ripped open with the Big Show.
I don't know. He's got hands the size of my face.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So this one ended up with Matt Morgan ran in and hit an F5 for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason hit an F5 on the Big Show while the referee... Was the referee distracted? And
yeah.
Yeah, so Carlito actually got the win after that F5. And the look on Carlito's face when he hit when Matt Morgan hit that F5.
It was absolute shock. Absolute shock. It wasn't a fantastic F5, let's be honest.
Yeah, the Big Show did his typical like roll over mid-fall onto his back.
Yeah, it was okay considering it was Matt Morgan. I don't think Matt Morgan could have done that just off of his own strength.
No, not at all.
Assisted F5.
Alright, we then moved on...
Oh, I gave that a 1 out
of... I'm sorry.
The 1 Billy Gun out of 5 because it was boring as fuck.
Yeah, completely forgot to rate this. Yeah, I also gave it the 1 Billy Gun out of 5 because, as Paul mentioned, it was fucking boring.
Yes.
Alright,
well.
Moving on to Chavo Guerrero versus Paul London for the Cruiserweight Championship. Paul London was the champion.
Yeah, I loved Paul London as Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, Paul London was absolutely brilliant. One of my favourite workers of this era.
I think he was genuinely my favourite wrestler at this point. Like Hardy wasn't in the company at this point, so that's probably why.
Yeah, well, I can completely understand that.
No, but I loved Paul London's character, because it kind of, he didn't really have much of a character per se, but, his entrance and his whole demeanour kind of reminded me of, a high-flying, more high-octane version of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah, just his gear and his general, upbeat style and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This was a very quick match, not as in it finished quickly, but it was very fast paced. Couple of nasty bumps in this match as well.
Yeah, neither man knows how to catch anyone.
No. At one point, London did a senton off the top rope, and Chavo didn't even look like he tried to catch him.
No, I think he stuck an arm out just to kind of like save face on like he did get hit by that move, but
other than that,
I loved how the commentators tried to sell it. Taz was like, he definitely got him.
Yeah,
he may not have gotten all of it, but he got him.
He got his arm.
Yeah, like that arm sent on.
Yeah, it was a really nasty bump though. Like the landing was extremely hard. I'm surprised he didn't break his spine or something.
Yeah, London took some pretty horrible bumps in this one. He missed the 450 onto Chavo's knees and full just took all the momentum.
Yeah, I thought he broke his ribs at that point.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't break anything in this match was quite commendable, to be honest.
Alright, we had Paul London go over in this one.
With his 450 splash.
Yep, absolutely amazing move.
He's one of the better 450s that I've seen.
Definitely, I can completely agree with that.
Probably on a par with about, I'd say, Ed Neville.
Yeah.
Definitely
completely.
better than PJ Black.
Even though his was quite impressive.
Yeah, it was good, but that's just because no one had done it for a while.
Yep, so I gave this match a 4 horsemen out of 5.
I also gave this a 4 horsemen out of 5. It would have been a 5 out of 5 if they got more time.
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously they wouldn't get more time. Third match of the show and the Cruiserweight Championship.
Didn't really matter at this point.
Not really.
They didn't care about the Cruiserweight title.
Alright, let's move on to this gem.
The most rapey angle, pun intended, that there has ever been.
I'm not sure whether it's the most, like, ever, but it's definitely up there.
I would suggest it would be the most rapey angle I've ever seen anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, I don't even know where to start.
Pretty much where we're going to start with this is Kurt Angle is a fucking creep.
Yeah, and I love how, like, in the, the promo package that they played.
Wait, before you get to that, we should probably actually mention this feud was between Booker T and Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Alright, continue.
And Kurt Angle was targeting Booker T's wife.
Yeah.
And called her a gutter slut.
On many occasions.
And then proceeded to say that everyone has their vices and his is gutter sluts. So, literally we have, like, recorded proof of Kurt Angle saying that he is addicted to gutter sluts.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't even know what to say about this angle. Like, it was...
Nothing?
It was ridiculous. Like...
We'll just leave it at it was ridiculous, and we'll move on to the match.
Yeah, we'll move on to the match
because the match itself, it deserves some coverage. It was a pretty good match.
Yeah, the match itself was really solid match, very high impact. A lot of brawling, because Booker T was obviously extremely pissed off.
Yeah, I don't understand why this wasn't like a stipulation match.
Yeah, it would have made sense. Like, I don't know what stipulation they could have used. They could have used anything. But
street fight, falls count anywhere, like
anything like that.
Anything like that at all, because it's like this super, personal rivalry, and like that brings me to another point. Like halfway through the match, Booker T just decided, well, spin-a-rooney time. Like, at that point, wouldn't you just mercilessly beat the person who's been stalking your wife?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah.
There is one thing I also want to mention about this that kind of makes Booker T look like a terrible husband, right? If you are going to work every week and you're bringing your wife with you, and there is someone there who is essentially sexually assaulting her, why would you continue to bring her to your work? Wouldn't you think you'd leave her at home? Because you know Kurt Angle's going to be at SmackDown, so why bring her where he is going to be?
Yeah, and also, like, before the match, where he was like, screw waiting for the match, I'm going to go find Angle now.
And then Angle's pretty much sexually assaulted her.
Yeah! How did you not see that coming?
You're a fucking idiot, Kurt.
Yeah.
Not Kurt, Booker T.
Yeah, well, they're both idiots, really.
Yeah.
Like, Kurt was doing some pretty fucked up shit, so...
Definitely.
So that was a big back and forth match. There was some crazy spots in there. There was a scissors kick while Angle was hung up on the ropes.
Yeah, that looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he smacked his head on the way down as well.
Yeah.
So, good work, Kurt. Then, I can't actually remember any of the other big spots, but there was a fair few.
There was like a trifecta of German suplexes, as per most Kurt Angle matches.
Yeah, he has the most flawless suplexes.
Definitely, no doubt about it.
I'd say that there'd be no one on par with him.
No, I can completely agree with that.
And unfortunately, after this, marathon of a match, it ended up in just a dodgy inside cradle by Booker T.
Yeah, which didn't make sense. I mean, they should have actually got the payoff properly.
Yeah, like a decisive win. Make him tap.
Exactly.
Well, don't make him tap because he's Kurt Angle, but at least a pinfall victory, after a heavy impact move or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that Charmel was, super enthused at the fact that Booker T just, only just won.
Yeah, you'd think she'd be like, oh, well, can't you go grab a chair and beat him some more?
Match is over now, kick his ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, fair enough. He
Yeah,
eventually did.
Yeah, he ended up, after a bit of not even a back and forth, Kurt Angle just kind of attacked Booker T after the match, tried to handcuff Charmel to the fucking ropes, and Booker T ended up just handcuffing him to the ropes.
Yeah.
And they beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, and Angle took a pretty bad nut shot.
Yeah, I think she actually kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah, well, he didn't seem to be walking very well on the way
not
back.
at all.
So I gave that a 3 MB out of 5. To be honest, it could have been a lot better. I didn't like the finish. I thought that a lot of the psychology was very off, just purely because it was it's a super personal grudge match.
Yeah.
Why stop in the middle of the match and do a Spinneroonie book?
I can
Why?
completely agree with you on this.
Yeah.
We then moved on to what was probably...
Did you rate that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did I?
I don't
I'm not
think you
sure.
did.
In case I didn't, I give it a 4 Horsemen out of 5.
Okay, moving on.
Alright, moving on to probably the worst match of the night.
Definitely.
Orlando Jordan versus Heidenreich.
Okay, we do want to mention the fact that Heidenreich's his babyface character was brilliant.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
I loved his disaster pieces.
I mean, I'll happily be your friend, Heidenreich.
Yeah, exactly. Next time you need a friend.
Yep, call me up.
Yeah, and not Alex.
Yeah, she's not cool. She was a plant, obviously.
Yeah, and a person.
I'm not saying she was a tree, okay?
I loved when he pulled her out of the crowd and was like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Alex." And then really aggressively he's like, "That's a great name."
You're gonna scare the little girl.
Yeah, I was surprised she wasn't scared. Anyway, that match went for a total of maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes at most.
And it ended with the worst looking DDT by Jordan.
Oh yeah, we should probably also mention that this was for the United States Championship, which makes that even worse.
Yeah.
The fact that it was a 5-minute match, which ended in such a horrible DDT.
Yeah.
And yeah, Orlando Jordan retained the title.
And it was a very, very boring match.
Yep. What did you rate that?
I gave that as dumb as fuck out of 5.
See, I gave that one the one Billy Gunn out of 5, because I didn't quite think it was worthy of a dumb as fuck, but it was pretty fucking bad.
You go back and watch it, guys, and let us know.
Yeah.
So, moved on to something significantly better.
Oh my god.
Exponentially
better.
Yes, other adjectives better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, and this was while Eddie was pulling his whole heel gimmick of because he couldn't get a win over Rey, and
and
it was just a rivalry between those two.
Pretty much the friendship kind of imploded.
Yeah, which I thought was honestly one of the best runs that Eddie actually had.
Oh, easily, because this match ended up leading to the ladder match they had for the custody of Dominic, which I found that part of it weird, but
yeah,
the ladder match itself, if I remember correctly, it's been a few years since I saw it, was great.
Yeah,
and the whole feud was.
Yeah, the angle's not that weird when you look at some of the stuff that happened on this pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly.
So so Ray was actually wearing UFC branded gloves as well.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of brawling, which I'm guessing is why he wore the UFC branded gloves.
Never seen it any other time, really.
No, he did a lot of punching, a lot of axe handles to the back.
Yeah, well, considering it was Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, two of the most high-rated high flyers in the history of WWE, and any other company for that matter. There was a lot of physicality, and they made it very much on the contrary to the psychology of the Booker T Angle match. Their psychology was on point.
Definitely, they couldn't have gotten any better when it comes to psychology in that match. They had the back and forward was perfect. They had the perfect timings for Ray to take back over control.
Just everything.
Yeah, and I feel the finish, while some might hate it because it was a disqualification finish, I feel it was a pretty, it was the needed finish for that match to continue the feud.
Yeah, well, it was obviously not going to stop at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, you figured either Eddie would go over or, it'd be some sort of disqualification.
Which is what we ended up getting.
Yeah.
So Ray went for a springboard and Eddie just smacked him with a chair.
Yeah, and then absolutely destroyed him with said chair after the match.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure he ended up bending that chair after a while.
Yeah, he went all Seth Rollins on the Shield, just destroyed the crap out of it.
One thing I did want to mention as well, there was a point in the match where they spent a significant amount of time on the outside of the ring, and the ref's count went from a 7 to a 3 with no one going back into the ring.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned to Paul earlier when we were talking about this, I feel Vince was probably screaming in the referee's ear, saying, restart the count, don't count them out. Yeah,
because only one, wrestling critic in Australia is going to watch it back and notice. So, that's what I'm here for, guys. So I gave that a 4 Horsemen out of 5. It would have been a 5 if it wasn't a DQ finish, but like we've discussed,
See, I gave it a 4.5 Horsemen out of 5. As Paul said, I would have also given it a 5 if it wasn't for the disqualification finish. I feel Eddie probably should have gone over clean.
Yeah. Or not even clean.
Cheated to win.
Yeah, still get the chair involved. That bit was fine, just don't have him get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
He's good at that, remember?
Yep.
Anyway.
We then moved on to the main event of the night, which was an absolute killer of a main event.
Yeah, it was a Cena JBL match, and they actually put on quite a match.
Yeah, well, this was the infamous I Quit match that they had.
Yeah.
For the WWE Championship.
Which, John Cena was the champion coming into this, but JBL still had the classic WWE title.
Yeah, the old undisputed title.
Which I think is the better one, so...
I just found it strange that it had John Cena's name on it.
Yeah. Because they changed the plates, and then he's just like, fuck this title, I'll make my own.
Yeah, well that's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
And it looks ridiculous.
I loved how on his way to the ring, John Cena, came out on the most ridiculous truck ever.
He sure knows how to make an entrance back in the day.
Yeah, no shit. There was literally flames shooting out of the fucking thing.
Yeah, it was this massive flatbed, 16-wheeler truck.
Yeah.
With flames and CO2 tanks and
then a DJ and a turntable on the
and pyro and fucking everything you can think of except the kitchen sink.
Yeah, it was essentially a WrestleMania
entrance.
WrestleMania entrance on Judgment Day.
And then he proceeded to walk all over JBL's limo.
Kick the bullhorns off on his way up.
Which seemed to come off surprisingly easily.
Yeah, they were probably duct tape there.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Anyway, so this was John Cena, the most popular and best point of his career, in our opinions.
Yeah, without a doubt.
In-ring character.
Everything.
Just everything. And people liked him.
Yeah, no shit.
And he hadn't gotten stale by this point. Anyway, so this match was just mental as far as the amount that Cena bled.
Yeah, and the sheer brutality of it.
Yeah, well, I forgot how many, because I don't remember there being so many, obviously protected headshots, but, so many headshots at this era.
Yeah, me either. I didn't think there was so many, but holy crap.
Yeah, Cena took a few.
The one that actually busted him open, I don't even think was protected.
No, he didn't really protect himself. He kind of bent in the chair as well. So
yeah, definitely. It was very reminiscent of the Eddie Guerrero one where JBL did literally the same thing, just turned around and swung his whole body weight with the chair.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal looking. But you can't fault either guy on putting on an awesome match.
No, not at all.
Or sacrificing for their craft, because
you gotta respect them for that.
Yeah, JBL was only bleeding for the last 5 minutes of the match or whatever, but he was bleeding fucking crazy.
Yeah, just like John Cena was. Not quite to that extent, but close.
Yeah, I thought Cena was gonna die. But so how did we end that match?
I'm pretty sure Cena pulled off this big exhaust stack off the truck and threatened to hit JBL through the glass or whatever that crap is.
Yeah.
And JBL just grabbed the microphone and said, "I quit," and Cena proceeded to still hit him with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was probably one of the best like spots of the match, and it was
Yeah,
after the match. But yeah, I gave that a holy shit out of 5 just because of the amount of effort that they put into that match. And I mean, like, JBL really didn't need to go to the effort that he did to put Cena over.
No, not at all.
Like, I mean, he'd already put him over.
Yeah, he put him over at WrestleMania. How much better?
Yeah, just to lose the rematch in that dramatic of a fashion.
Yeah, and him actually saying "I quit" when earlier in the feud he was going on about, you know, if you say "I quit," you know, you're saying the other man owns your soul and shit like that.
And then after he said "I quit," he was kind of like, "Yeah, that was smart."
Even though it wasn't, because I don't think he got another title shot after that.
No, that was.
So it wasn't smart.
That was the end of the wrestling god.
Yeah, but I gave this match a 5 out of 5. Wait, what was that 5? I'm having a mental blank today. This is horrible.
5 out of 5.
We're both having a mental blank, but yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Oh yeah, that's right, 5 time.
The 5 time.
Oh my God, I apologise for my terrible memory.
Oh, that's really bad. Book us on this card too.
Alright, overall, the pay-per-view, what did you give it?
I gave it a 3 MB out of 5 overall, just because, I mean, okay, Eddie and Ray, John Cena and JBL, Booker and Angle was, it could have been a lot better in my opinion, and the Cruiserweight title match was really good, but the low points of this pay-per-view were really low.
Yeah, well, that's what made me give it a Scotty 2 Hottie and a half out of 5. Because, yeah, as Paul mentioned, there were quite a few really good matches, but the ones that weren't good were absolutely horrible.
Ergo, Orlando, Jordan and Heidenreich.
Yeah, and Carlito Big Show.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, I guess that'll wrap it up of our review of Judgment Day 05.
Yes, that will.
So, I suppose we have to draw out what we'll be reviewing next time.
Alright, that sounds good.
Alright, there you go, Dale.
Let's see, what have we got here? ECW One Night Stand 2006.
Yes!
Fuck yes.
Yes!
That'll be a good one. Look forward to that one, people.
Super happy over this, guys.
That's amazing.
Alright.
That has made my day.
Alright, that'll wrap it up for Review Roulette. So, like, rate, subscribe, share our videos with a friend. Whatever you can do to help us out, really.
Yep, it'd mean a lot if you could do any of those things.
And most importantly, subscribe yourself.
Yep.
Alright, and we'll see you next time on Review Roulette for more videos.
Alright, see you then.
Have a nice day.
Review